Hello and welcome back to another episode of UK Tool Talk. I've got a new tape measure. Bloody hell. This is a fancy pants tape measure. I've been doing a little bit of research about what's the best tape measure. And this company here, Crescent Lufkin, come out pretty much at the top of all the reviews. So we're going to review it and I'm going to take it to work and see if it's any good. My current tape measure is called a Comelon, and it's a 5 meter tape. Power Blade 3 it's called. Yeah, it's had a little bit of a hard life. It did set off with like a chrome coating on it over the plastic, and it's got a bit of rubber on it. And yes, it's okay. I can still read it a little bit. I've marked it with some Sharpie markers, and yeah, it's got a bit mud up at some point. So I thought to myself, I'll tell you a little story. When I was 19 or 18 or so, I fancied a new tape measure. I think I had a really crappy one, probably a hand-me-down from someone at work. And I thought, right, I went into the local sort of hardware store, and I think it was a Lufkin tape measure. It wasn't. Crescent bought out Lufkin. I'm not going to go into all the bloody details of it, but Lufkin have been around for like 100 odd years, and they were one of the innovators in tape measures, and they got bought out by Crescent. But I think in the 80s, 1988, I think it was still, I could be completely wrong, but I think it was still under the Lufkin brand. I put a picture up now what I think the tape measure I had at the time looked like. It looked like this picture, but it was slightly squarer. Anyway, I thought it was the Billy Bollocks, this tape measure. I felt like a bit of a super pro, and I was so chuffed. It was a fantastic tape measure, and I had it a couple of weeks, and then some fucker nicked it. I was fucking gutted. And I didn't get round to getting another tape measure like that, and I've gone through lots and lots of different makes and brands of tape measures. So then, come to present day, and I've got this thing here. I thought, is this the best we can do? Is this the best we can do? There must be some real nice tape measures. So I did a little bit of research, and this popped up. The Crescent Lufkin Shock Force, and it's called Nite. We'll go into all the details in a minute, but this is going to be my new tape measure for work. Now, I think it was about 20 quid, something like that. So not sort of, you know, it's a tape measure. So I suppose you could spend a little bit more than that. I've seen some tape measures that are like stainless steel. They're quite expensive, but I imagine they'd be quite heavy. So let's have a look at the advertising wankery, as I say. First off the bloody post. Jesus. Have you seen how much plastic is in this fucker? It's made so it's like its own displays sort of thing. So you can see the tape measures off on a jaunty angle, and it says try the standout. The standout is how far you can put the tape measure out without it going like that. So according to this, it's got a 4.3 meter standout. We're going to test that. Yeah, we might do. I don't know. And here we are with the tape measure extending the blade test. So we're looking at 500mm, a meter. We're trying to reach that picture of that print, Josh Key's print over there. I was going to go for the radiator, but we're going to go for it. That's about 3.5 meters up to the picture. So yeah, nearly 2 meters out there. It's going pretty good. Got a bit of a curve to it, but I would have expected that. So yeah, nearly pushing towards 3 meters. It's doing really, really well. I don't know why I'd need to do this, but anyway, it's a good test. Will I get to the picture? Nearly there. 3.2 meters. Pepper, what are you doing? Right, let's try again. Pepper, get your ass out the bloody way. Determined to get the tape measure to hit that picture. Literally on about 3.3 meters or so. Just needs a little bit more. Oh, cracky. Oh, sorry, Pepper. Shit. Anyway, it says high visibility, no glare. So, oh, look at that. It says 30-metre drop tested. We're going to test that. No, we might not be testing that. 30 metres, I don't even know how far that is in feet. Anyway, it says all light conditions, two-sided blade, trusted by trusted by the trades. Let's have a look at the back. Extra wide hook for superior grip, through hole for scribing holes or tether hook, compact and easy design, bloody shockwave night eye, blah 360 degree non-slip grip. Right, okay. Okay, so we'll take it out of its little packet. We'll take it out of its fucking little packet. Fuck me. Fuck me, this is annoying me already. Right. We'll take it out of the bloody packet. Fuck's sake. What am I doing bloody wrong here? What the fuck? Right, I'll take it out of the packet. Oh, hang on, I think it's fastened there. Hang on a minute. Making a fucking meal out of this, aren't I? Oh, yeah, what's this behind here? Right, I believe that this is some kind of, in case it gets nicked, it has like a chip, not a chip, but it has a sense. It's like when you go to get some shopping, clothes shopping, and it has a little tag on it. So I'll get rid of that. So let's see if we can get it out of the packet now. Fucking Jesus. Am I being daft here, what? Right, we've got it out of the packet. Fuck me, look at that. I've got to get all this fucking bits of stickiness off the back. It's fucking brand new. It's fucking brand new. I've got to deal with all this shit. I'll have to get the bloody terps out in a minute. Oh, fucking hell. I'm going to have to come back in a minute and fucking sort this shit out. That's bugged me already. Hang on. Back in a minute. Right then, let's have a close-up look at my new fancy pants tape measure. Now, initial reactions, it looks like any other tape measure, really. It's got like sort of like a rubber overmolding, or is it more like a sort of like a TPE sort of overmolding on this bit of it? And does it come round? Yeah, it comes round to there. It's all over really, apart from this middle bit here. And there's a weird little sort of TPE bit there where it says night light. So it says crescent lufkin shock force 5 meters with a load of letters. So apparently this little hole here is you can sort of feed this out and then use that as to draw circles in theory. So will I ever use that bit of it? I don't know. And it's got a belt hook. This little thing moves a little bit. Hang on. I don't know whether it's supposed to do that. But one thing I do like about this is it's quite a sort of like a flexible belt hook. And yeah, it's not going to get sort of snagged, and it's going to go onto the like a belt hook quite easily. So what are these bars all about here? Well, apparently in the advertising wankery, it's to stop this switch getting damaged. This is the switch that you press to hold the tape out. And it's slightly sort of recessed with these bars. So is that a good idea, or does it need it? It looks a little bit more fancy pants. I quite like that. I quite like that actually. Quite like it, the black and the fluorescent green. It does look like and this bit of chrome there. That bit is made out of metal, I think. Anyway, let's get it out and have a look at this. So this tape measure is different than my other one. Let me just get the other one out. And this is the first tape measure that's not been like this, with this fluorescent sort of greeny yellow with the black markings. And this one's got every 100 millimeters. It changes the 10 is in red and 20 in so far. This tape measure has got metric and imperial, and on the back it's sort of the same, metric and imperial, but on the back it's sort of like orientated differently. So I do use a little bit of both really, metric and imperial, but this is just a metric tape measure. Apparently it's also meant to be fluorescent, the actual, and if you leave it out sort of like in bright light and then you kind of go in the dark, these glow a little bit. We're going to test that! Right, I've just put the tape measure outside in the sunlight and I've gone under the cupboard under the stairs, see if we can see anything. We can see fuck all. Get it a bit closer now. Total fail. I can read the centimeters. That's about it. So no, it's not glowing in the dark. Actually, I don't think it ever was. Was it meant to be? I'm not sure. But yeah, maybe we will, maybe we won't. But can you see where the first 170 millimeters it's got like a clear coat on it? So the theory goes, I think, is that it's more likely you're going to really wear out this bit. You're going to do your measurements, a lot of your measurements in this small area here. So it's got this clear bit on it to stop it wearing out. And on the back, it's just got pretty much the same. But this is just like a matte finish. Now then, it's got 5 meters there, CE, M23 0074 LNE 37058 to 5030 20 degrees. What the fuck is all that? Please tell me in the comments below what all that means. Now the top end here where the hook is, this is quite fancy pants as well. It's got quite a lot going on. It's got a very wide hook there, and also it's got these 2 prongs so you can hook it on the back of it, and also it's got nail holes, you can hook it onto nails there, and it's got quite a kind of like a firm sort of movement there. That's to allow for an inside and outside measurement, and it's also at 10 millimeters. It's got a hole in there which you can do some more scribing using that hole, apparently. It sounds like the fucking kind of thing that woodfuckers kind of would use, these holes and that hole there. But I'm just measuring pipes. That's all I'm doing. So it's quite a wide sort of, what do they call it, blade on that. It's quite tough. Now then, my eyesight, as I've got older, isn't very good. So I thought this is going to be better to see. In low light, I can't see fuck all. So I think, well, I don't know yet, but I will tell you later. I'll tell you all the beautiful folk out there whether this is a help for me. A man in his later middle age, I'm 55 this time, and my eyesight is okay, but not brilliant. With this kind of tape measure in low light, I do struggle to see the millimeters. So this night eye is meant to have been designed to work in low light so you can see it easier. Get your measurements and get your cuts. So yeah, we're gonna test that. I'm gonna take this to work, so within a couple of days it's gonna be shit up. But anyway, I'll try and keep it cleanish, and I'll do some more testing at work. I do like the actual locking switch there. It's quite smooth actually. So you just push it out, and it doesn't take much effort just to, yeah, it's held really well there. So overall impression, I thought it was going to be, I don't know, I thought it was going to be more fancy pants. But I know a tape measure is just a tape measure. But I don't know. It just seems to be like just a slight variation of all the other tape measures. So yeah, whether this actually a bit where, it might be a bit annoying, this bit. It's so big, this end bit. But we'll see. I won't know until I take it to bloody work. And then see if I like it. I'm going to like it a lot better than this. This is pretty much dead. I might keep this in the workshop actually. So but I'm looking forward to using this crescent lufkin shock force. So there we go. that's my review of my brand new tape measure, the Crescent Lufkin Shock Force. If you fancy one, you can do online. I think they do a 5 metre one and a few other ones. I think they do a 10 metre one. But this is the right size for me. I don't bloody need to measure anything longer than 5 metres. No chance. So it's got quite a bit of weight to it, but it's a nice compact size really for me. It's going to go in my toolbox or in my pocket, whatever. So I'm stoked to have got a Lufkin tape measure, because it is quality. And Crescent, I don't know much about Crescent, but Lufkin are a quality name. And I know they're owned by Crescent, but anyway. Okay, I'll see you next week on UK Tool Talk.